How long will my spiritual journey take? A few years ago, one of our more talented spiritual seekers came to us and asked a question: how close am I to God? And then he answered the question for himself and said, I'm 75% close to God, indicating how little he understood God and the spiritual journey. And today we would like to give you a metaphor that helps you see what it really means. This is how many see the spiritual journey: a long trail with ups and downs, obviously, but then there is a point of completion. Now, the actual journey to God is very different, far less linear. You get it, don't you? How it winds and sometimes twists round and round itself. Round. Oh God, stuck. Sometimes even going backwards. Again, falling, turning, twisting. But then finally, you come to a place and you say, wow, I'm there. And then you look and said, oh shit, why did I wander so much? Now, using the metaphor of an inch tape, we may turn around and say, oh, the journey of your life is 60 inches long, or so many thousand miles long, or so many years long. But the reason why it's problematic is very simple. Because as we're on the journey of life, we may sometimes go round and round and round in one small coil for years, decades, even lifetimes. It's only when we are able to move beyond the challenge can we actually get going. And when we look at the actual journey, the difference between the start point and the end point is actually just a few inches wide. The difference between God and us is a single step. But some of us may take 3.5 lifetimes to make that step, some 10 lifetimes, and some a single lifetime. To illustrate, one of our most brilliant spiritual seekers, who has literally touched the heart of the cosmic, who has seen gods with enormous clarity, is going through an excruciatingly difficult time. A time when her truths are being tested. And there was a time when she asked us, Tarun Celia, how much longer do I have to take this? When will I be so connected to the divine that it will be like I will be completely anchored? So at that point in time, we made the mistake of putting it down in earth terms and said, it'll take 3 years. And the moment she heard that, she cringed and cried out and screamed and said, 3 years? I don't know if I can take that. That is too terrible. It's impossible. I cannot do it. And what she did not realize was that when she said that, when she said 3 years is too long, the journey went from 3 years to 7 or 11. The spiritual path is a path that listens to us and continuously throws up opportunities and challenges. On the one hand, the seeker is gloriously supported, incredibly stretched, filled with the promise of impossible vistas and powers. And on the other hand, she struggles with the problem which is ghastly beyond measure. And as these two scrap and twist and turn, she'll go round and round and round. But one day, whether tomorrow or 11 years from now, she will overcome it. And through the interlace of her life, she will know the sun of the divine pouring through her, never to set ever again, no matter what. Spiritual journey is about us being turned into who we are. And so, what we're truly doing on this spiritual journey is becoming what we are. We are fulfilling what we are. A metaphor to help us understand this, one that we share with our deep spiritual seekers, is to think of a child of a large business family. He is already a part of that success. He will be supported by that success. He will be given all its resources. He will inevitably become a CEO of some company or the other. But he needs to grow into himself. He needs to internalize the strengths, the truths, the attitudes, the ways that will make him the successor to the corporate kingship that is already his. So, in the spiritual journey, it is precisely the same. The reason we go round and round and round is because we think we're humans. And yet we are so much more. We are already that moreness. But that is being tested. That is being refined. That is being honed. That is being strengthened. And which is why we will all give a lot of shortcuts. But eventually, there are shortcuts. But eventually the only real shortcut is to turn around and internalize the truth. I am the divine here and now. I am already on the seat of God. But I will know this when I reveal that I can claim power, that I can claim love, that I can claim a transcendent reality and not just cling to this one. When I say it, it sounds simple, but it is not simple when we face our death, not simple when we are given a choice between getting something out of something or looking at it from the greater good of all earth kind. The journey to God is both just one single step and a million. But is there a point when I can know my journey is done? So you may ask, at what point in the spiritual journey are we safe? Are we so anchored that from then on the world can go to pieces, but you will be glowing? It's difficult to define such a point, but one example will illuminate it. There is a student of ours, and we were taking her in, and she went deeper and deeper, and one day we took her very deep, where she brushed the hem of her soul. And she came out and said, Yes, I know there are challenges. I'm a single mom. I've got to put food on the table. Work's uncertain. I still have a court case to beat. But I know that I am home. I know that I am home. Thank you for subscribing to our channel, visiting creativechild.com, and growing with God.